Welcome back. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi held a meeting with the Higher Armed Forces Council on Sunday. On his official Facebook page, the president warned the martyrs of the armed forces, saying that the sincere sons of Egypt are still sacrificing their souls for the sake of the homeland. The president, the supreme commander of the armed forces, added that those coward attacks will never shake the army's will to uproot terrorism. The head of state offered his condolences to the Egyptians and the army and wished the injured a speedy recovery. The army spokesman, Gharib Abdel Hafiz, said that an officer and 10 soldiers fell martyrs after foiling a terrorist attack in Western Sinai. The spokesman added that during the engagement with the terrorist elements, an officer, 10 soldiers were martyred and 5 were wounded. The spokesman said that the troops are combing the area in search of the fleeing terrorists and surrounding them in an isolated area, Western Sinai. The UN Bureau in Egypt mourned the army martyrs of the Sinai attack on Sunday. Earlier, state institutions and public figures expressed grief over the event. In a statement released by the cabinet, Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli expressed his deep condolences to the armed forces and the families of the martyrs, asserting that the state will continue its development and construction path and its battle against extremism and terrorism. Meanwhile, Sinai Tribes Union mourned the martyrs of the nation and stressed that such a coward act will not deter determination on continuing the battle along with the army until the complete eradication of all terrorists. A number of state institutions also mourned the armed forces martyrs who sacrificed their lives defending the country. Al-Azhar condemned the terrorist attack, stressing that Al-Azhar stood side by side with the armed forces and the police in their battle combating terrorism. For his part, Minister of Endowments Mohammed Mukhtar Goma asserted that such attacks will only make the great Egyptian people and the army more insistent on facing those groups. The head of the Hussein Zain also mourned the army martyrs and condemned the terrorists as being it as another proof reflected the ugly face of terrorism. The Higher Council for Journalism by Abdel Sadiq Al-Shorbagi mourned with great sorrow the martyrs of the nation and strongly condemned the heinous attack. Decent Life Initiative was among the organizations which also condemned the terrorist attack. It stressed its full confidence and support to the armed forces and its relentless efforts to eradicate terrorism. Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry, the appointed president of the UN Climate Change Conference COP27, held a meeting with the Secretary General of the World Meteorological Organization, Petri Talas, on Sunday. The meeting discussed cooperation with the organization ahead of holding the COP27 in Egypt. It also focused on including water issues in the climate file in light of the global interest in dealing with climate change repercussions, which include water scarcity.